So, especially as an engineer, this is something that I wanted to talk about, that basically why no business can ever be perfect. If you take, say, maths, so mathematics, there are ways to come up with equations which solve a problem perfectly. It will just work like a dream, nothing goes wrong, everything lines up, happy days. That is also true with other kind of, parts of people's lives, that actually you can get stuff that works pretty perfectly. That's cool. In business, this is never the case. It doesn't matter what you do, how it works. The world will keep changing. That actually what I wanted to do was talk about this because nobody ever does. And actually, so what I want to do is walk you through some different things, just to share some ideas, to give you some ideas of things to maybe look at and focus on, but then also to realize that if you solve this problem over here, chances are it's going to create this problem over here. And it's that kind of cycle I'm going to talk about. So for most businesses, if you ask them what is the biggest headache that they kind of struggle with, they would want more sales. People want more revenue, they want to make more money, happy days. But actually, sales is one of the big things that they look at. But what you then have is that you go out, you sell more, then actually you win the work, and then you have to make the work. You have operations to do whatever it is that you need to do to fulfill. I'm just going to put ops. So you go out, you win the work, you then have to do the work to then sell it, because that's what a business kind of does. But then actually to do that, often you might need new machinery, more people, bigger team, lots of different things. So basically you need people stroke overheads. Boop. But you can then see that you, as a business, you go out, you sell more, you win the work, hopefully. You then have to do it and deliver it. And to do and deliver it at a higher level than what you were doing before, you're probably going to need either a bigger team, more people, better machines, whatever. But then once you've done that, obviously you've increased your overhead because you have more people. So then what happens is you have more overheads, you need more sales to then stay in business. And what you eventually get to, I'm going to go for 2 more colors, is that you get in a very vicious cycle where you sell more, but then to actually be able to deliver it, your operations and stuff, costs have to go up. So to actually build it and do it, your overheads are going to go up. You might need a bigger team, but then actually to pay for the bigger team, you're going to need more sales. And actually what I wanted to talk about is that people often focus on the wrong thing when they're looking to grow a business, where actually they only ever focus on this, but actually I want to talk through the whole sphere of how and why it'll change, why it's important, and actually just to kind of do that. So I'm going to say need sales is your main goal for the next month. Okay, so you do a big push. So what happens? You do the big push, you win the work. But then actually after you've done the work, you actually have to make it. You can see where I'm going with this. So then you have to hire more people. And then actually once you have the people, your costs go up and you need more. So basically what happens is it's a problem you can never kind of solve. With one of my clients last year, we grew 41%, and 41% is actually quite a lot. If you can do 20, you are absolutely flying. To be honest, if you can do 10, if you can do any in the COVID market, that's great, but 41% is really good. So for a long time, we were focused on sales. How do we actually kind of sell more to bring in more work, just to cover the cost and stuff that we already had? So that was our kind of main driver. The truth is we won it, and we won a lot of work, which was really, really good. But then all of our focus and our management time went from, oh crap, how do we win more sales? We need to win work to kind of keep the business doing well. So then actually we've kind of nailed that bit. How do we do this? How do we build it? And actually, how do we build this at the higher level? Because it's difficult. And then likewise, if you want to build and grow the team, and again, people are going to leave, and I'm going to talk about the different factors which kind of impact what you do. Then I've been doing a lot of work on overheads and people and recruitment lately. But then once you do that, then I'm starting to look at sales again, and it's this constant iteration. But then throw into this So you're going to have market forces, which is almost what I was talking about before. That could be inflation, it could be Russia, whatever. There's a lot of stuff that will go on. It's basically everything that happens outside of your four walls of the business. This will constantly try and blow the ship off course, if that makes sense. You're going to have competitors. So any good competitor will be constantly looking at your business model, what you do, how it works, and they will want to beat you and win your customers and grow, because that's how capitalism kind of works. But the point is, even if you got this machine working really well, the world changes, which is out of your control. Your competitors will put pressure on. But the other thing as well, anything which involves kind of debt or investment or growth targets, if you borrow money or you get investment or you float in the stock market, there's an external pressure that basically wants you to grow this machine, this flywheel, 20%, 30% a year. And that's what they judge you on. And what's really interesting, and again, I've seen this kind of firsthand, as a job, as a business, your job is to build a business and basically make it work so that you can fulfill a customer need and make a profit. But then when you actually have the need to keep growing that, otherwise you get your funding pulled, you get sacked, lots of different kind of stuff. That problem gets harder and harder and harder to fill. That likewise, if you're looking to grow a business or build a business, I would always be conscious of having external investment, because actually, rightly so, if they give you £1 million to launch a business course, they're going to want their pound of flesh to get their money back. But that pressure means that when you're looking to do this, the pressure is always on to do this, to get more sales, to get more revenue, but then build this up. And basically, it was almost this vicious circle of how it kind of works. And then likewise, those same guys who could invest in you could quite easily just invest in your competitors. So imagine you've got a great business, you're happy doing what you're doing, and actually your biggest competitor gets an investment of £20 million to do exactly what you do, bigger, better, faster, stronger. It's going to be difficult. And the point of all of this is actually, it's one of my headaches, but as a management consultant, it's kind of what I get paid to do. The problem will never be fixed. You can nail a big sales push, but then you have to build it. Once you're kind of building it, you might have to invest in strategy and people to grow the team, but then you're then worried about paying for those. And then throwing all the external forces on the market and inflation and Russia and suppliers and people letting you down, trying to fulfill borrowing and hundreds of different reasons. Business is difficult, and it's difficult for a reason, but actually there are things and stuff that you can do. But I never really saw anyone talk about this and how it works. And because this is my day job, I do this every day, I wanted to almost make it real, that actually I'm going through this cycle at the moment. You do your best, you do the best you can. Another element to it as well when you're dealing with people is like emotions. So for instance, you might find a great team member to join the team for your business, but actually will that ruffle feathers of someone who's maybe more junior than them that wants to get promoted, who then leaves because they felt that they should have got the job. And basically this is just a mess of how it's a constant problem that can never be fixed. All you can do is do your best. As Doug said, it's almost do positive actions every day. Just do your best and it will work out. And the better and the smarter you can outthink your competition. So with the roadmap, I don't have to worry about that. I do have market forces, and actually I do have competitors. But because I have a good strategy and I really understand what makes me different to other people, I think I'll do quite well, or I hope I will. I'll obviously kind of bet my livelihood on it. But there are things you can do that, although this sounds scary, if you get in touch, I'll happily send you a free copy. Get in touch. There are things that you can do to really help grow and turn around your business, to grow at 40% a year. It's just about really having a good handle on everything that impacts your business, everything that you have to do, and then trying to do the best you can to kind of grow and succeed.